The actual genocide started on 6 April 1994. The plane of our president crashed at night around 8 o'clock-ish. And then the announcement in the radio said that our president's plane was crashed. Then that's where the genocide began that night. And we started hearing so much shootings and so much screamings and housing being burned. I know very well, and I remember very well, those houses of our neighbors that were burnt at that time. In the morning, the announcement said that everyone should remain in the house, and we should leave our houses wide open. We should not lock it. That's what we did. And as I walked out, I could see people running in both directions. Many people, old and young, children screaming. And I saw dead bodies lying. They had already started killing. And my father called us because he survived the killings in 1959. He told us, we prayed as normal, and he told us that this is a war, that we should start hiding. But the announcement on the radio again said that the bushes should be cut off so that we don't get where to hide. We were leaving the city. The bushes were not much, but they were there still. And they started cutting them, and there was nowhere to hide. And there was a neighbor, a good neighbor of us. He gave us one of the room. He was building houses. He gave us a room. He said, you go, you be hiding there, because they used to come every day in our house, in and out, and they could look at us, say, we are going to kill you tomorrow. So every day they were saying tomorrow, and sometimes we'll hide. But then we started going to that home. Really surviving, it's not because I was hidden somewhere, because they could come every day and look at us, say, tomorrow. But people around us, they were being killed. And I remember it was 11th, it was Sunday, 11 o'clock, 5 days after genocide began. I was coming from hiding. Suddenly I met one of my brother, and he asked me, he looked differently. He looked very scared and changed. He said, we are dying. And before I answered him, and somebody came from nowhere, grabbed him, dragged him to the road and killed him there. So those days they were killing on the road, because before that they were killing everywhere, so it was hard for them to get rid of dead bodies. Now they started killing people from the road, where the lorries will come and carry dead bodies. So my brother was killed there. He screamed twice. That was the end of him, and we don't know where his body was taken. And this man remembered that he took my brother when I was there. He said, I'm going for the sister. When he came, I had already gone to tell my parents. I survived from there. And I remember, as I was, we used to get out the house, going to hide, and everywhere the killers were passing by, And at the time, as I was passing, I found myself, I met a group of people, Tutsis. They were going to be killed on the pits. Those days, they were now taking people to the pits. And when they saw me, they said, she's one of them. They took me along, and they put us on line, and they were killing, not even killing, they were hitting and throwing inside the pit. And I remember I was just next, and this man hit me with his machete, my leg, hit my leg and fell down. And the next thing was just to push me inside. And as they were almost going to push me, I knew everything is finished. The man behind me ran, and all killers ran after him. Then I crawled and hid. By the time they came back, I had already gone. Now, they made a meeting. They said that my family was like the only one remaining. They said, this family, we have to kill them. Others were saying, this old man, because my dad used to sit outside, he really got tired to hide. He sat down outside and with his Bible, and then they could see him, and then they would say, oh, this old man does not harm us. Why should we kill him? They finally made this decision that my family had to die. But they said this girl, because I was 22 years, they said that some were saying that I have to die, others were saying, no, let's stay with her, raping her, and she will die later. So the conclusion was, they have to kill me first, and then they kill the family. So they gave us announcement that they sent us a message that tomorrow they are coming for me. That day, we went to hide as usual in that room. As we were there, my mother said, if they came and don't find anyone, they will come and find all of us, kill us. So my mother decided to go in the house. When she went, I said, Mom is going to die and leave me alone. I followed her. When I followed her, reached in the house, Mom started crying, and then I saw the crowd of people, very scared with weapons. They came screaming, shouting, calling my name. Now, you know what? Our house that day, one door, we had two doors, one door had refused to open. Where these people came from? They came banging that door, and it had refused. They called my name. I went to open. The door refused to open, but I had the voice telling me, run through the other door. I ran, and I survived. They did not kill my mother. They said, we are looking for her. And one killer took me to his home so that they kill my parents. After they killed my parents, that's where they would stay raping me and then kill me after. Now, the time they were going to kill my dad, my brother, my niece, I escaped from this killer who took me to his home. By the way, he did not harm me. God protected me from his house. When I escaped, as I was approaching my home, that's where my dad, my brother, and niece were near the pit. When they saw me approaching, my young brother made the signs for me not to come, that they were going to die. So I went backward. I'm thinking that they were killed as soon as I left. I was supposed to die with them. And one of my brother, we survived together, took me to St. Paul Cathedral in the city where there were many people hidden there. Now, people used to go in the churches to hide there, thinking that the killers will not come there, but people died in the churches. Reaching in that church, I found that, of course, on the way, I survived so many times, nearly dying, but I managed to reach in the St. Paul Cathedral Church. Reaching there, every day the killers used to come to take people. They could take 50 to 100 every day. And we knew that if they don't take me today, they will take me tomorrow. We knew that anytime we are dying. By the way, from the day my brother, the brother who died, until I survived, I didn't know. My memory went, I could not know days or times. I only knew dark and light. Now, reaching that place as they were taking people to be killed, they don't remember how many times they took people, but I remember the last time they said, tomorrow we are coming and finish all of you. We'll come and put grenades or bombs in every corner and finish you at the same time. And we knew that they used to do this in churches. We waited and we didn't have any other option. We were waiting to die tomorrow. That night, there was so much shootings around that church. Now, RPF came to know that 1,500 are going to perish tomorrow. So they made an operation to come at night. They came and rescued us that night, took us in a safe place. But few of us went. Others feared to go because they thought we were going to die. Those who remained in the church were killed that day, next day. The killers came and finished all of them. We who moved, who went, and we didn't know where we were going because we didn't know RPF were the one taking us. As we were running, many people died on the way because of the shootings. The killers came to know that we were being taken, so they started shooting us. Other people died on the way because of collapsing. So very few reached on the safe place, and I was one of them who managed to arrive and be saved.